Hi there. If you were wondering what was the difference between the post that she originally posted up and in the repost, I'm going to show you. It's about 4 seconds. A little bit of weird. The newer post is actually bigger. It's 1080, whereas the original post was 720. If I'm talking weird, it's because I have a lisp because I bit my tongue. You're probably going to have to read the captions because it's very, very hard for me to fucking talk right now, so I apologize. Using CapCut, I overlaid the older one on top is the small one right here, and the bigger one is the newer video. So I'm currently editing this right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to let the clips play in full, and I gave like a brief description of it, and that's what this part is going to be, part one. If you're interested in the nitty gritty, what the fuck is happening for the actual frame by frame, part two. They're pretty much the same. Where they are different, I have added like a little check mark so you can see where they diverge. I found a new program. It's called Topaz Video AI. It's like Remini, but instead of having AI figure out like placement of eyes and stuff, you can customize it. So as you can see from the settings I have here, I have reverted the compression. We're going to talk about compression in a later video, but basically when a video looks more pixelated, that's compression. And I sharpened it and I reduced noise. Noise is when it looks kind of grainy. So you can see the difference between the original footage for both of them. Do you see they're kind of a little bit more pixelated? And I move it over. It's a little bit more clear, right? Let me zoom into it so you can see a little bit better. I move the slider over. It kind of smooths it out. That's what you're doing with video footage. I've upscaled it, which means that I've made the file look bigger. And, you know, by reverting compression, compression works by just making your file size smaller and basically throwing away some information. So we've added in some information, but you're not going to see anything too crazy like when we use Remini. For example, here's an older clip of Britney. I think it's from 2003 or something. You see how it's pixelated? I'm going to move the slider after I've reverted the compression. Do you see how it smooths it out? Makes it look a little bit better of a file. Here's the original again. I've heard a common complaint being about like, oh, is it compression? Let's remove the fucking compression and let me show you what the glitches are. How's that? So I've taken out the music. I'm going to let it run all the way through so you can see the difference between the two clips, and I can talk about significance potentially of the music as we're looking at the clips. By the way, before we even start though, see her cheek right here? Both of them have the same cheek mark. Interesting, right? Looks like a light going through it. It could be her hair, but she's actually not moving that fast enough. And why is the rest of her hair down? Kind of looks like a light beam going through. You can tell me if I'm wrong. So I'm going to let it run through. When it starts to diverge, you'll see a little check mark on the bottom. What's that check mark look like? It looks like that. Okay? I'm going to let it run through. So a while ago, there's a post that's linked below in my caption that kind of seemed like it was referencing Silence of the Lamb. It was referencing the one killer who wears people's skins. Interestingly, this song is the exact song that's in his scenes. So what does it mean? Well, that character wears other people's skins, literally. Imagine if you had an AI avatar. Isn't that some kind of like someone wearing your skin? There's a lot of things like that in the captions that I've noticed. Maybe it's just me. Interpretation, you know what I mean? But kind of a little bit too many fucking coincidences on my end. All right, so now I'm going to go through it with you guys about the things that look different. What you should have noticed, there were 4 different points of divergence. So right here was one of them, because she does a little kind of shimmy shim, and you know, then she does a different pose at the end. There's right here's another one. The big one doesn't do that. There's about 4 different points where they diverge, but overall it's 4 seconds differing. Between the newer clip is 4 seconds shorter, and the one that was deleted. That's it for this part. Go to part 2 if you're interested in the frame by frame. There's some weird shit. I mean, since you're already here, I'll just let it run through again if you're interested in watching it again without me talking. Boo! Just kidding. I'm sorry. Was that fucked up? I thought it would be funny. All right, well, that's it. I actually am not talking the rest of this video.